Don't attempt to touch that dial. It's your boy Big Vern. And you in the App Stupid Studios. You know how we do on the other side of the content, bringing you the best, whether it's hip hop, whether it's sports, whether it's just us giving our commentary on pop culture. Y'all tuned in. Let's get after it.
Y'all know what it is here in the App Stupid Studio, having a good time on a wacky, wet Thursday here in the Midwest. So if you got pets, get them out early and then get them back inside where it's nice and dry. Our first segment, we talked about Tom Thibodeau being released from New York. You did him a favor. New York is a hot mess. It's a dumpster fire, and that thing is going to crash and burn. They're over the salary cap. We really let you know that they're going from a second apron team to a first apron team and what that may mean for the Knicks in the future. I know that's why you come here, for nuance, and you need to make sense of a lot of psychobabble on TV. Then we talked some Shedeur hate. Yeah, we now have grown men covering OTAs. I cannot make this up. ESPN in Cleveland is actually charting OTAs and stats. For guys in helmets and shorts, not pads, not a preseason game, not a Hall of Fame game. We're talking about football helmets and shorts. It's free to show up. You don't even need to be media. They make it free because they feel like you got a job, you got things to do, and you like girls. So, hey, look, I'm not going to be here in the summertime. Da-da. Ohio's got some nice looking women too. So, from the news of the useless, we go to some scary news now in the NFL and the Detroit Lions. A surprise retirement. Just who retired and why is this important? We'll get into it and break that thing down when we come back from a quick rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. Ba-bum, ba-bum. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios with another rap album. Balance by Master Killer, Wu-Tang Killer Bees. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Eagle's Claw with Master Killer, Raekwon, and Capadonna. Building with the Abbott, aka the RZA. Glad to Meet You is probably the song of the summer. If you listen to Glad to Meet You with Method Man and Snoop, that's probably one of the hottest tracks I've heard to date. Like, it give you that old Wu feeling. Like, you just, man, that nice to meet. Look, trust me, go get it. Then Trumpets with Nori, AZ, and Uncle Murder. Master Killer, Balance, in stores now. Yo, shout out to Master Killer. Shout out to Wu-Tang Killer B. Shaolin, Long Island, stand up. Y'all know, man, you get it here all the time. Hip hop, sports, culture, we do it. So, Frank Ragnow, and who is he? Well, he's the center for the Detroit Lions, the 26-year-old. And let me not forget his resume. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler. Yeah, that part. He was also voted the second best center by footballfocus.com. So he's a pretty big freaking deal. Yeah, he's a pretty big freaking deal. And it's a big loss. And at this point in the season, it's hard to get your head around finding his replacement. The Lions went 15-2 last season and should feel like they can have one of the best records in the NFL again. Just how hard can it be to replace him? And if you're Coach Campbell, it's almost like, what now? Because look at everything they lost. Ben Johnson, he did a phenomenal job in the offense. Uh, he's now with the Chicago Bears as a head coach. The Lions, they led the NFL last year with a 564 points scored, with Johnson doing all of the play calling. Again, that was a big blow dealt to the organization. And Campbell's not under any figment of his imagination to say, "Hey, look, I'm going to be able to hold on to all of these guys." That's not sound thinking. However, it is huge that he did leave. Then there's Aaron Glenn, the highly respected defensive coordinator who was hired by the Jets. The Lions, they were 7th in points allowed overall. They ranked 20th in yards per play, 342. But again, it's a tale of two seasons, before injuries and after. So you see what kind of losses the Lions are taking early, just in coaching and football acumen. They didn't expect to have these issues piling up. Nobody did. They saw cornerback Cortland Davis III. He signed with the Patriots, but they quickly replaced him with DJ Reed. They also lost guard Kevin Zeitler in free agency to the Titans. The O-line right now is at Super Bowl championship quality with those two pieces gone. Now, at first thoughts, do the Lions have options? When you think about it and you ask yourself, do the Lions have any options to replace two pivotal pieces on that O-line to protect Jared Goff? They do, but they aren't great. They could use the second-round draft pick, Tate Ratledge out of Georgia, but he was a guard in college, and that's not fair to ask him to change his position and also not fair to ask him to replace a 4-time Pro Bowl center. If he can do it and make the adjustment, that's fine. But you rarely find guys that'll go ahead and change up and have just as much success playing another position on that O-line. Like I said, he could do it. Should he do it? No, because it's not fair to him. Let him excel in the position that got him to the league. Just my thoughts. They could look around the league and hopefully pick a guy up who gets cut leading into the season. And again, that's a bad option, because at that point, I don't think you're going to find a guy who can actually gel. So you're going to have to use preseason and OTAs to make the best judgment for your team going forward. Under center, somebody's going to have to develop a good, like I said, rapport with Jared Goff, and not only have that rapport with him, but also with your left and right guards and your tackles. You're going to have to be a general out there. The spot is up for grabs. If anybody can turn it around, I feel like Coach Campbell can. I feel like he can. And it just asks me, where do the Lions go from here? I have absolutely no clue. I have no clue what they do. I am brutally honest at times, like I said, to a fault when I shouldn't be. But I'm not going to kid Lions fans. This is one of those no man land territories. So you want to see Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions be competitive, because automatically with Johnson now with the Bears, the division is probably one of the hardest divisions in all of pro football outside of the AFC North. McConnell with the Vikings. The Vikings are a formidable foe. LaFleur's in Green Bay. He's always going to be in the mix. Campbell, the reigning and defending NFC champions, NFC North. And then now you add into the mix Johnson down in Chicago, because Chicago has weaponry. They just didn't have any coaching. So I don't know where the Detroit Lions go from here, but I can tell you they will be, if they don't make if they don't have a wild card or they don't make the playoffs, you see why early on. And you can't hold that against them. You really can't. They're trying to go ahead and replace guys as fast as guys leave or guys get injured or guys retire. And sometimes you can't outrun the bear. That's not a pun. Lions fans, get in the chat. It's your boy Big Vern.
Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour.